Okay, not spoiled.
What is going on, movie meals? Look at this. Is this the new studio? No. Guys, please go check out Essays About Art. It's my younger brother's YouTube channel. I'm at his house staying because I've officially moved out of my place. We're going home tomorrow. So I know, it's going to be okay. So my brother was kind enough to hook us up in his studio. He makes great videos about anime and different lists. He's got a Mandalorian episode out right now talking about that show and all this great stuff. Go check him out. Link will be in the description. Essays About Art. You read the title, non-spoiler review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
It's happening, folks.
Wow, it's here.
Wow.
It's here. Whoa. That's a spoiler for something you haven't seen yet. Dropping the day after Christmas. Anyway, let's get into it, Kyle. What are your positives of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker?
My positives is that I think whether you're a casual fan or a true fan, or not true fan, but just a hardcore, diehard fan of Star Wars, I think in the moment in the movie, you are going to be able to drop right back in and enjoy everything that you love about Star Wars. I think it has just a little bit of everything that any type of fan would really want to have. I think when it comes to these characters that we've been following, their arcs are pretty solid, especially some characters over others, but I think nonetheless, no matter how big of a role that they have, their arcs still work. And I think there's, like I said, there's going to be lots of great things. We'll get into that in our spoiler review later, but there's just great things that don't always work, but I think any sort of type of fan will be able to pick out and be able to appreciate about that. And I think that's what this movie is really trying to do, and what it does well for the most part is that it finds ways to at least calm down the fan base and just make them realize in the moment and this time, like, let's just all enjoy Star Wars together. Let's just enjoy what we love about it and just have a great time. And I think for that reason, it actually does a pretty good job.
I disagree with that. I don't think so, but my positives, the cast is incredible, especially Daisy Ridley, who gives an incredible performance. The new additions to the cast, I absolutely loved. Guys, if you watched my What Star Wars Means to Me video, you know Star Wars means a lot to me. So there are a lot of moments where I did get the feeling I was 7 years old. There were moments I cheered. There were moments I choked up. I got teary-eyed. Some chills down my spine. And those moments I really like. It's visually really, really cool. And I mean, some of the new stuff I really, really dug. Some of the new characters I thought were really, really, really great. The lightsaber stuff they add into this is really great. Some of the Force stuff I really like. Yeah, I think that's all I got. What do you got? What are your
negatives?
Transition time. Negatives. What are your negatives?
Well, negatives are transitions, funny enough. I think the movie doesn't have the greatest job at being able to flow and be cohesive. I think especially in the first act of this movie, it's very noticeable. I think just because there's just so much setup and there's a lot of, well, not a lot of plot points, but there's just, for some reason, them thinking they have a lot of plot points to where they need to go back and forth. But I think once it gets out of the second act, it does a bit of a better job at having a better flow to the story going forward, so at least it has that. Like I said, I think there's bits and pieces of, like, the storyline and what fans love about Star Wars at work, but I do think there will be moments that people will pick out and it just doesn't work. I just think there was a lot of them for me that did work, but at the same time, I do acknowledge that there will be decisions made that I think might anger or maybe trigger people. I'm not quite sure yet. I just got out of this, so I'm not too positive. And I do think that the humor for me personally doesn't quite work, but then again, I'm like really in the minority. I think everyone was loving the humor in this movie. Me personally, it just didn't work.
I did like the humor quite a bit. Yeah. No, I liked the humor. I mean, for the most part, you know, humor is always so subjective because it's maybe, you know, does this joke specifically fly with me? I thought the humor really worked for a lot of different things. You're completely correct on the pacing. The pacing is very bad, and it's very, very fast, and it's a little jarring. And there's a lot I can't say with spoilers. I'll say let me throw back to a positive. I think I really, really liked the very end, and I liked a lot of the ending. And all I'm going to add is I do not think this movie is calming the fan base down. I think it is flipped. I think now where it felt like it was a very smaller community or a large community against a smaller community, I think that's about to flip, and it's going to be that smaller, what did I say? The vice versa. Just play back the tape.
So the small little flame they think is there is now going to be a bigger flame.
Instead
of throwing water on it, they threw gasoline.
I think it's just, before it was a small group of people that had a very specific idea and love for The Last Jedi.
Sure.
And even some for The Force Awakens, maybe not or so. And then I think it's a large mass who didn't like the way the direction was going, and I think that's about to flip. And
right.
I'm just gonna put it this way: there's a lot I did not like at all. I did get the moments of being a kid, and that was incredible. But also at the end of the day, this script and this movie is described as JJ walked up to the sweatiest nerd he could find in the smallest town in America and asked exactly what he would want to see, answered off of his film, and he just did that. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. There's a lot of stuff that he just says, nope, you just have to deal with it because I've decided I'm not going to flesh it out. There's stuff JJ set up in 7 that a lot of people also wanted and he didn't address. And there's a lot of stuff I feel like a lot of people did want the answers to. We didn't need the answers to. And he was like, this is my new it. And I just, there's a lot I did not like.
We gotta get to the spoiler.
And this is tough because it's not just coming from the critic in me. The Star Wars fan in me did not like some of this, which is prequel bad to me, and that's making me nervous. I do think I need another viewing. I want to be fair with it, but I do want to see it again. I want to relive those moments I did love so much. And I'm gonna probably go see it again tomorrow night. But anything else? Because if I talk too much, I'm gonna slip a spoiler.
No, I think that's fine. I think a lot of our thoughts will be better explained in the spoiler review anyway, and I'm very curious to hear what your thoughts are, because I haven't heard. I'm just hearing about these just now, pretty much. Like, I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, we got out of the movie 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. So watch out for the spoiler review. That will be coming.
And don't let people spoil this movie for you. There are a lot of twists, a lot of turns. Another negative.
Coming
it's
surprise.
Very predictable.
Yeah.
I said there's twists and said it's predictable. There's a lot that is predictable with a couple of little twists. Mm-hmm. But yeah, anything else?
No. Like I said, I think this can be enjoyable for a lot of people, but Alex might feel differently.
No, I did enjoy it. I think overall I enjoyed it. I do need more time to process, and that's part of the reason I want to get some spoiler thoughts out right away, because I want those first reactions. Why did I feel so strongly about this? And will another few viewings change that? Because I'm probably going to see this movie another 4 times in the theater, something like that.
As you do.
So, because there are a lot of moments I did like, but the moments right now I really didn't like are just sticking with me. That negativity, and I want to be on the Jedi side. I'm a Jedi. I want to be on the good. So there are a lot of good. It is really great. I don't know if it's going to bring the collective fan base together. It's going to bring the casual fan. The casual fan is going to love the crap out of this movie. I really do think. I think they're going to think it's maybe arguably the best of the trilogy. I don't know about that. Still a lot to process. I could change my opinion anytime, but I do also want to get those thoughts out. But yeah, guys, what did you think? Have you seen it? Don't comment your spoilers below.
Oh yeah, please don't spoil it in this comments section.
But do give maybe a non-spoiler review if you'd like. Just give us a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.